Hey everybody, welcome back. In this one I'm going to be showing you guys basically the line of Star Wars figures that saved Star Wars figure collecting in general. Essentially, this line basically brought in all the people that only collected vintage figures and brought them into collecting newer figures because they started boxing them in vintage style packaging, so they would kind of go with their old vintage collection. And it's actually called the Vintage Collection for that very reason. So we're going to do maybe a couple of parts of this because there's a lot of them to kind of go through. I don't have the whole set by any means, and I don't have a lot of the older ones, but I do have a few key ones that are incredible. But we're going to go from newer to older and then maybe back again. Or we're just going to kind of mix it up. None of these are in actual order, but I'm just going to show you quite a few of them and then break it up into a couple different videos because there's kind of a lot to go through and I don't want to get too long-winded over here. So yeah, hold on one second. Let's check out, I think these were more of a recent release. So I grabbed these couple ones. This was kind of a more recent set. Actually, this was kind of one of the more recent ones, ARC Trooper 5s. So basically anything Clone Trooper-wise ends up being worth quite a bit of money just because everybody freaks out about the Clone Troopers, especially this guy. ARC Trooper 5s, the previous figures they'd done out for him are worth like about $100 each. So we expect this guy to go up in value here pretty soon, as do with, clones, especially in this package because, a lot of people collect this package. Let's go on to, Power Droid. This is the brand new Power Droid from the Vintage Collection. This one is actually a short pack, so a lot of them there's like 2 into the box, but this one there was only 1 per box. So this one will end up being worth a little bit more. And it's just the Gonk Droid for those of you that don't know. And I guess I heard, what are they actually going to make a TV show out of the Gonk Droid? Maybe, I don't know. There's something crazy going on, but Gonk Droid, maybe it was just a joke. But this is the Gonk Droid, just a little boxy. He kind of walks funny. You saw him in Return of the Jedi. I think he was in Jabba's palace getting tortured by Jabba's minions as they held him like upside down and they're like burning his little feet. He's screaming in pain like a droid feels pain, right? And then let's go on to K2SO. This guy's from Rogue One. He's an awesome droid, helped free Jyn Erso, kind of slammed her to the ground in the beginning, had a sassy attitude. But K2SO was kind of a fan favorite. The kids liked him, whatever else. But it was kind of cool that they busted out a new droid for Rogue One that we hadn't previously seen. It's like an Imperial security droid, and then you also got to see him in something else. I forget what it was. Maybe it was episode 8 or 9 or something like that. But yeah, so K2SO, Imperial security droid. And there's Han Solo from The Empire Strikes Back, and this was actually re-released. This was from the original series. They actually stopped the series, I think, in like 2012, 2013, and then re-brought it back like this last year when they did like episode 9 figures. I mean, the few episode 9 figures that we saw actually came out in either the Black Series or the Vintage Collection. So that was pretty exciting to see that. We're still bummed out that they didn't do a whole line of episode 9 figures because there's so many characters they could have done. It would have been insane. But moving on, let's go. We got, these are some more recent releases. This was a new Jedi Luke that they put out. This was pretty cool because I guess they're kind of getting a little closer to what they actually look like in these lines of figures. So this Luke is pretty exciting to get. He's got a Jedi robe and his lightsaber and all that. But, there's 1,000 Lukes, but Jedi Luke has always been everybody's favorite. And Hondo. They'd never done a Hondo before, so everybody's excited to see that. I mean, they did it in the Black Series 6-inch, but a lot of people don't collect the 6-inch, and people that want the 3 3/4. Actually, no, they did a Hondo before, but it was the Clone Wars. He was kind of animated looking. He came with like a little, monkey lizard, Kovarkian monkey lizard, like you've seen in the kind of first season of Episode 1, being coked on a spit. But yeah, Hondo was actually in a few different series. He was in Clone Wars and Rebels, and then you see him at Galaxy's Edge. He makes an appearance there too, so pretty exciting to get a Hondo. Going on there. Chirrut Imwe. I'm not even quite sure how to pronounce that. Chirrut. Yeah, but he's the guy from Rogue One. The blind guy. You could tell that he kind of had the Force because he could basically see without having any sight. And it's basically used the Force to kind of do what he did. But a lot of people like Chirrut. He was kind of an interesting character. And then we go on to... These are kind of more recent ones. There's another clone. Clones always end up being worth a bunch of money. This Clone Commander Wolf, they all look like Tamura Morrison because they all are Tamura Morrison, just like Boba Fett. So here is Clone Commander Wolf, as you see there. And then Luke Skywalker in the Stormtrooper helmet. This was cool that they put out a new one of him. So it's updated. So the face looks a little better. And let's see if you get real close in there. That's how the still kind of a little blurry. But yeah, it's Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper outfit. Always kind of exciting to see that. And then, of course, this was a reissue. Yeah, this was actually the 6th one that they ever did back when the series started. But they redid it. Re-released it. It's C-3PO. Can't go wrong with C-3PO. This one always sells out during the holidays. You can't find C-3PO everywhere. Of course, another Luke Skywalker. This was a newer Skywalker that they didn't do before. This kind of revamped the whole ceremony scene at the end of Episode 4, where they all get a medal except for Chewie. So they finally gave Chewie a medal in Episode 9, so that was awesome. But yeah, that's the ceremony Luke. And then go back to old Luke, this old man Luke. This was a pretty cool one because he actually came with the cloth cape and kind of gave him the beard. And of course, he's got the glove hand. And this is old man Luke that Rey meets on the island, a trainer. And this is, I think, looks like right before he throws this lightsaber over his shoulder. And he's like, screw you, I ain't doing nothing with this lightsaber. But yeah, it's cool to see an old man Luke in that series. Because the other thing about this series, too, is all of the points of articulation, they have lots of points of articulation. So instead of just being like shoulders and legs move and neck move, they'll have like elbows and wrists and all sorts of different points of articulation that move. This is a Clone Trooper. This was actually a re-release of an older one. This was the 45th one to come out. And they just recently redid it again and repackaged and put it out again because, you know, they're kind of unoriginal sometimes, but you know, there's a lot of characters they could be making, but I guess it's kind of cheaper to just kind of reuse the old molds and put the guys out again. But I always liked the Phase... This is a Phase 1 Clone Trooper, and I always liked the Phase 1 a lot better than the Phase 2, because the Phase 2 kind of looks like it's getting closer to the Stormtrooper helmet. It was kind of the gap that they would fill to go towards the Stormtrooper helmet, but I always liked the T-Visor. Kind of more reminiscent of the actual, like, Mandalorians and all that. And I love the Mandalorian helmet, how just the whole T-Visor thing. And then the Sith Trooper. There's the Sith Trooper that came out. This was actually like a Amazon exclusive, I believe. And it came with all these extra weapons. So this was a little harder to find. It's definitely sold out. And this one's worth a little bit more because of that. But the Sith Troopers were cool. And I wish they would have made like a lot more different of the Sith Troopers. Like all the different, like, you know, crazy. But yeah, that's the Sith Trooper. All the cool weapons. And lastly, but not leastly, for this one, we're going to do... I think this was a cool... I'm not sure if it was a Comic-Con exclusive or not, but this was actually the librarian that you meet in Episode 2, and she also appears in the Clone Wars. She comes in this cool box. It's got the Velcro stuff. But this is Jocasta Nu, and she is actually the librarian for the Jedi. And as you see there, she's got a bust of Count Dooku that's packaged inside this cool box with her. And basically, Dooku, they have a bust in the Jedi library, their archives, of every fallen Jedi that they ever had. So that was pretty cool that they kind of put that in with her. And you bust this out of the package, and it's just, you know, the card back and her is just packaged like the regular ones. But they also put it in this kind of cool box for extra effect, which was awesome. But yeah. That's it for now, and check back for the rest of it because I've got a lot more to go through, and I'll talk to you guys soon.